Hello, Lynette here. We had some good news this week. There was actually a couple of things. Of course, the best thing was the House passing the budget bill and giving Donald his $5 billion. This was kind of amazing. They should have done it without us even worrying about it, but it did look weird there for a day and a half when Donald Trump started waffling right before the vote and basically saying, I don't know if I'll shut the government down, and half the country went batshit over this, including me. And then next day was like, no, I'm going to shut the government down if they don't give me my money, and that's just plain and simple. So the House said yes, and then it went into the Senate. And as of today, Saturday, at 12:30 Eastern time, Mitch McConnell and Chucky Baby Schumer were still there, but it was pretty empty in the Senate. And they could not come up with any agreement at all, because Schumer's not willing to meet the president even halfway and offer that to see what happens. I don't know what would happen if they came up with some sort of a compromise number. Let's say that they said we can afford $3.7 billion. What do you say? I don't know if he would accept that. I would like to think he'd say no, because it's kind of a matter of principle now to his people that believe in him. And so the government is technically shut down. Now, in saying that, CNN doesn't tell you the true fact of that, I imagine, and that is that 75% of our government was funded back in September. So it's only 25% of the whole governmental staff that is technically on furlough now. And yes, I feel bad for people. I know it causes strife and some hardship maybe, but let's be logical. Government employees, they're not making $8 or $10 an hour, okay, right? They're making a decent salary. It might be hourly, but it's still, government work is not just like minimum wage. So I don't think there's a lot of these people that are going to be on the street corner with a tin cup. And like I say, I do understand if it causes problems for people and their families, it's bad, but the greater good says that we have to do this. And I am so glad that Donald stood firm, because it looked bad there for a while. People were saying, that's it, I'm not ever voting for this man in 2020, and I'm just going to stay home. So he needed to do this, and he did. I have some numbers that I thought I'd throw past you that I thought were fascinating. I know you've heard them a million times, but just let's have them to refresh our memory as we go into our little governmental shutdown of what illegal aliens cost the American taxpayer. And this is from a 2017 study done by a group called Federation for American Immigration Reform, which is FAIR, FAIR. And their number is $116 billion. I actually had forgotten that it was that high. Every year that illegal immigrants cost us. And they arrive at this number by taking the taxes that they pay and what they cost the American people in their healthcare and their schooling and their, English language teachers at schools and all the things that they cost the taxpayer. And the difference is $116 billion. Now, a lot of people say, oh, that study's flawed because they counted the children of these illegal immigrants. You can't do that. Well, why not? They're still technically illegal people here, just because we have that stupid law that says that if you're born here, you're a citizen. I'm sorry. I think it's fair to include that, because those children are getting welfare. They're going to our schools. They're getting medical care. And then they say that some remark how it's unfair because the children of these immigrants contribute so much to our society. Really? Okay. Yeah, whatever. We just won't go there away. The other good news of the week was that Donald has said he's going to draw our troops out of Syria. And this is fantastic. Of course, the industrial complex is going completely crazy and saying, oh, the deaths, and it's going to be World War III and all these horrible things. And this country's going to take over, and this country's going to take over. And you know what? They can have it. They can have it. When does this stop that America has its finger in all these pies that do nothing for our country? So the troops. And that's the other thing. Seriously, 2,000 troops makes this huge life or death. They're not even fighting. They're supposed to be advisory. So yes, of course they have a huge impact, but not like we had. It's not like we have an army there of 30,000 soldiers that if we pick up and leave, it's going to leave this big hole. This is just rhetoric. This is just somebody finding one more thing to criticize Donald for. A lot of people are saying, where did this come from? Just all of a sudden he woke up this morning and said he's going to withdraw the troops. No, he promised us that in his election. He said, I'm going to take us out of these stupid wars. So hopefully Afghanistan is next. That'll put some more money in our coffers too. That would help pay for us to protect our own South. Wouldn't that be nice? Instead of other countries that don't seem to get their act together to take care of themselves. So if Russia goes in and Turkey and Iran, you know what? Let them sort it out. Because we could be there for the next 100 years and these people don't have a clue what democracy means. And us being there in any capacity, it's been proven in Afghanistan, I think we're in our 17th year, it still doesn't matter. They're still not going to be there. In 100 years, yes, maybe. Let's hope that attrition, something happens. But nah, not right now. So thank you, Donald. This was really great news. In Europe, we have the Yellow Vests going strong today in France. So that's exciting. A big kiss to all of those people that are working so hard. And Belgium now, this week, they had so much turmoil and rioting in Brussels, which is, by the way, the home of the EU. So that's pretty cool. Their prime minister resigned. So I don't know what state their government is in, but that's great. And Canada's having some Yellow Vest protests across the country. So this is picking up steam. That was really good news too for me. I don't want France to stop. I want France to keep going because they have so much at stake, and they're going to do it. I know it. Their passion is there, and they've made, I think, a big enough impact on Macron and his administration. The only thing that's left sort of up in the air still is the Brexit deal. There's still basically just a big old pile of poopy. So we don't know what's going to happen with that. And they're on their Christmas break now. So anyway, there you go. That was some Christmas presents. And we will see what happens with this shutdown that's so horrible. Thanks for watching. Bye.